All right, y'all. Welcome to your weekly wellness check. This is meant to be just Peloton and or fitness fans that just get together weekly to talk about our fitness journeys and our fitness experiences and what's going well with us within our connected fitness life, our fitness life. It's not meant to be any stress. It's meant to just be like light conversation, people just enjoying the conversation. So if you want to join the conversation, just hit the hand on the lower right of your phone and we'll bring you right up on stage. If not, don't trip. Just hang out in the audience. Just listen in, go into the chat, all of that is good, all right? All right, so let's see what we got. Now see, I don't even got the agenda up. All right, let me go to the agenda. Oh yeah, first on the agenda is that article that came out today talking about more layoffs. I was like, actually, when I first saw it, I just thought, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They're trying to cut, costs, and they're trying to be profitable, and they're doing what they got to do to get to a point where they can be sustainable. But then I started seeing some of the people that they cut. Oh, I know some of these people, and I know them really well, and so that part kind of hit me in the chest a little bit. I would see the post on Instagram, or I saw one on LinkedIn, and they're just like faces that have been around. I mean, for a long time. I did a photo shoot with Peloton back in 2017. The photographer that shot the shot with the whole photo shoot with us in 2017. Oh man, they let him go, and everybody knows JV, and who was responsible for the official Peloton page when it was just official Peloton page, and they changed it to official Peloton member page. But she was responsible for that, and she's been so big with regards to the social media aspect of the company and marketing, and now she's gone. I don't know if she resigned, moved on, or what, but oh my gosh, it's one thing to say they laid people off, but when you start seeing the touch points of the people that was a little painful. So I'm a little disappointed with all of that, but I guess it's just, a sign of, where they are, and, it's just business now, right? It's not the same thing. They're a big company. They got to figure out how to make investors happy, right? So there's things they got to do, but damn.
Yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate because it's like, they were living so big,
right?
And now everything is it has to be adjusted for that,
right?
They have to correct all the mistakes that they made before, and it really sucks because there's good people that are being let go,
right?
But I think if they have any chance of surviving, unfortunately, they have to do this because they made so many missteps early on,
right?
So it's I think it's just a part of the business, but from the personal side, it sucks because it's these are people that are, friends with the OG members.
Right.
They're not just it's not just some employee at some, large company. These are friends.
Right.
So I think that's what makes it even harder for people to digest.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, all of us know that, everybody in business, everybody's expendable, and, nobody's all that important, and anything could happen any day. And all of us know that and everything. But yeah, it's one thing to just start talking about layoffs. It's a whole other thing when you just start just seeing all the names, and you have that history and nostalgia, and they're just people that have just been so deep into everything along that whole journey. That is, that's a little wild, but yeah, I wish them all well. I hope that, they all kind of just, end somewhere else with better opportunities and, a better direction. Also, I talked about Dara last week, but JV reached out to me too with regards to my daughter JV and a friend of mine there, Brad Greenewalt, and they sent me an incredible bouquet and some things as well. So these are people that we're really close with for a long time. So it's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. It's business, right? It is what it is. But I wish them well. I was wondering, does this, say anything, the timing too? It's it's just the end of the quarter, end of September, and, we're now into October, and does it say anything about them like looking at their outlook and going, oh, we're going to have to report, and where are we? And, oh, we're not where we want to be, so let's start this thing up. Like, I don't know if it happens that fast, right? It's like a week ago the quarter ended, but it makes me wonder that too, right? Did they realize, oh, we're not where we want to be, so let's make a move right now because we can kind of see what our numbers are going to be, what we're going to have to report on, But I don't think that they're in any, I don't think that they're really any, I don't think they're in any dire, position of, dropping off the planet. I just think that, they're fighting to get cash flow neutral, and this is what you do, right? I still think, a company that has 3 million subscribers, that's just crazy. So I think
I don't think they're going anywhere.
Right.
Whether or not they end up being purchased by someone else is a different story.
Right.
But I don't think that they'll cease to exist. I think they have too many people, too much content.
Right.
Too many subscribers, like you said. I feel like Robin's always saying there's 7 million. So.
Yeah. There's 7 million members, 3 million subscribers. Like I'm the subscriber, but me, Jazz, and Erica are members. So yeah, it's just like so many people. Like I know that a lot of people read the context of these articles and it jumps to their mind, oh, they're about to fall off the planet. No, I don't see it that way at all. I just see it as they're writing, how they were managing their expenses, how they were working, stuff that I think were just problems back to Foley's time, right? And it's just taken all this time for them to correct all this stuff. It was just that bad, right? That's kind of how I see it. So
yeah, me too. And I also wonder if we're so hyper focused on Peloton because we are all so invested,
right?
And not just from an investment standpoint, but from a love of the company, a love of the content. Because how many businesses have these same struggles and have to do this same restructuring? And people aren't necessarily talking about it every other day. But I feel like we are all so attached to Peloton.
Right.
Some of us financially, but all of us emotionally.
Right.
We're all in this emotional relationship with Peloton where we are so invested in what happens that it's like a topic of conversation every day.
Right.
But how many other companies are doing this restructuring and laying off people just because the economy is not great or business is not great and everything is going up, so people aren't spending as much money on certain things.
Right.
And we're not really talking about them.
Right.
And it's because we don't love them.
Right. We're just really invested here. Exactly. What's going on, Courtney?
Hey, what's up? My thoughts were, my company, I work in healthcare, so our operating margins are always very small because we're a not-for-profit business.
Yeah.
But what I took from it was that this was a planned and phased approach. Because when I read it, he said, this is the final phase.
Right.
And usually when you do layoffs, you don't let go half your workforce day one. You kind of say, okay, we do this, we make these. It's like stage gate, meaning you take these actions and then you reassess.
Yeah.
You pause, you take these other actions and then you reassess. So that's kind of how I took it.
Right.
This one felt more painful, deeper, but that's what's happening is that with each phase, you're going to get a little bit deeper. And then the hopes is that things will start to look upwards. And I think that's what you read from, Barry's statement. Also, if they are positioning themselves to sell, you want to be able to sell a viable company in order to keep the integrity of the company. You need to have something at the negotiation table.
Right.
And I think I appreciated Barry's sentiments that, hey, he came back not to sell, but to have a comeback story.
Right.
So I appreciated that spirit in his comments that regardless of how this goes, he's not trying to obliterate Peloton. So to Danielle's point, I do feel that I'm a helicopter parent, if you will, with Peloton because I'm so invested. But I think that this is just just one of the necessary kind of final steps. A lot of the big things like the Peloton Park and some of the inventory cost and those types of larger things. And now we're getting down to the to the white meat, if you will, of the things that really hurt, which is people, when you have to let so many.
Right. And yeah, and I'm right with you with all of that. And I think that even with the assumption of, people are going, are they posing for acquisition? Like, Barry's like, no, that's not what I came back to do. For me, either or doesn't sound all that bad to me, right? Like if that is not the need.
No, it really doesn't. And I think that even if they are acquired, by them doing all of these things, it makes them that much more appealing.
Right.
If you want to, have an acquisition, like we're not desperate anymore. So if you want to come and buy Peloton, come correct. It's
right.
kind of what I'm also motivated by positively. Like, okay, we're making all of these changes because I don't want nobody coming asking for, we're going to give you scraps. No, we're going to ask for like top dollar,
right?
Like protection of all the assets in the community.
Right.
I don't sense that, but I think maybe if that is down the line, he had to, like he said, he just had to make some really large decisions. My other thought with this is how far reckless we have been as a company that we've had to go this, like 500 people, like how far bad was it that maybe we didn't even know that these were the steps that Barry said we have to take? Like that's the other thing, as I'm looking like we was really just, again, throwing out cash like we was in Magic City. It's reckless.
That's exactly what be coming to my mind. I'm like, damn, how deep was that hole? And then sometimes, I start thinking, well, is it just that, people, a combination of the hole was deep, but also the market has kind of dried a little bit and there's just less people looking to connected fitness? Is there like some other factor in here too? But I don't know that piece, but it does feel like, man, that deep was way deeper, right?
Look, I'm not going to Magic City when my mortgage is due.
Okay.
So I just think it was reckless abandon.
Right.
Like this is crazy. Like
so
the
crazy
number of people and cuts and things. It's like, if baby need new shoes, mama's not going to be throwing out ones at Magic City. That's just it.
I keep hearing people like jumping all on Barry, like, oh, he's horrible. He's doing I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking what you just said, Courtney. I'm like, damn, he had to do all that to fix this? That's where I'm thinking, like, right? Like, I'm like, wow, it was that bad? Yeah.
As I say, it reminds me, I was watching this episode of Martin earlier today, and it's the one where he won the lottery, and he was buying all this stuff. He had on like 6 watches, and he had a Stairmaster.
Right.
So he's like literally like loading up his apartment, and Gina walks in and she's like, "What are you doing? You're spending all this money and you haven't even cashed your ticket yet." And then the ticket turned out he won like $1 or something because all these other people.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember.
That's what this kind of feels like.
And then he had to send all the stuff
John
back.
Foley was spending all this money.
They was throwing cash around.
And all he done was $1.
Right. Rolling in cash. Craziness. But yeah.
Rolling in cash they didn't really have.
You know what I mean?
And now here we are trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I don't see in neither of the articles today. Like my mind wasn't like, oh, this is about. I thought regardless of what it is, it's good. And ultimately it's for the good. So, it's just painful to hear about layoffs. That's the only thing, right? It's crazy. What's going on, Jessica?
I hope that
go ahead,
people. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I hope that people who got laid off, that at least the Peloton name helps them open up the next chapter. It does not feel good to let people go or when you're let go. So I'm just hoping and praying that because of the Peloton name, that will help them open up new doors, for their next chapter.
I'm with you on that because, these were young people, right? These were young people, especially the people I'm talking about that I saw today that were let go that I knew. And, I've known them since 2016. That's 6 years of a 20-something-year-old, right? These were like, their jobs out of college or shortly thereafter. And so I know 6 years may not seem like that much to me, but for them, this has probably been, you know what I mean? Like a big portion of their, career. And like, I feel for them. Like I feel the pain relative to that. Yeah, but I'm with you. Hopefully they just kind of, move on and up with it. So what's good, Jessica?
What's up? She mentioned Martin, and that's my favorite sitcom in life.
Okay.
And I remember that episode. And when he had the floor treadmill kind
Yep.
of deal where he was like gliding into. But it's true. Like they just overspent. And it was just the perfect reference. So I wanted to formally say kudos to you, Danielle.
I know.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, I'm a big Martin fan too. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I
Yes.
love Martin. So yeah, I remember that
I
episode.
watch it. It's literally within seconds. Like I can tell you every single line. It's pretty bad, but I do know someone that was let go today, and I just feel terrible. And I've known her not for too long, but long enough for it to hurt. I
Right.
would never want to see one of my friends get laid off, and I can't imagine the people that you've known for years. This is just. I know it's business. I get it, but I think because we all are such fanatics, we are not looking at Peloton as a business. These are
Right.
truly people that we've it's become family, and it hurts when the company's going through things because I don't know, people call us all kind of names, cult and this and that, but we've really created a family and a
Right.
community. And when one of us are down, it's like all of us are down. That's what community is about. So
No
it's
doubt.
just sad the changes that they're going through. It really is.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's exactly how I felt with it. Yeah, I started off going, wow, there's some layoffs, but then when I saw the people who it was, I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm with you on that. So yeah, I hope that everything kind of works well for them. I'm sure. I mean, they were always amazing kind of individuals, the people I knew, and so I'm sure they'll rise up and do something even greater. So it's all good. Let's see. The next thing I had on the agenda is still the same topic, but it was like the whole controversy over the articles that came out. So first, Wall Street Journal dropped their article talking about the 500 layoffs. But in there, they're quoting Uncle Barry, and he said something they said he said something to the effect of, if we're not to hitting our cash flow goal in the next 6 months, then maybe we just don't work as a standalone business. He says something to that effect. And he made a couple more statements. Now I don't remember exactly what they were. He made a couple more statements. And so like everybody just translated that into the clock is ticking 6 months from now. If it ain't good, then they selling. And so that was kind of the narrative out there. And then shortly thereafter, he does an interview also today with CNBC, and none of that stuff is in there. So then you've got this Wall Street Journal versus CNBC article thing going on, right? The CNBC article was just positive. It was just like, yeah, we're laying off 500, but he's feeling real positive about the turnaround, and everything looks really good, and we're gonna meet our cash flow goals. Like it was more like a positive spin on, yeah, we had to do this thing, but right. So now there was this contention, and so Barry then, I guess, has to kind of quell things at the company. So he puts out a statement in an internal email or note to the employees, and basically going, this is what I said. Yeah, I guess I kind of said that, but this is how I said it. And but I require people to kind of take accountability. So that's what I'm going to do. My bad, basically, is what he was saying. My bad. I shouldn't have said it like that. But don't worry, everything's good. We're looking good. Everything's great. And also, he then puts out a press release, and he kind of says the same thing to the investor community. I just saw the whole thing as is Uncle Barry, right? He's just out there spitballing, saying that's why we call him Uncle Barry. He just be saying, he'd be at the picnic, just saying stuff off the top of his head, right? And he said some stuff that they picked up on, and he had to say something else. But I heard a lot of people that were just kind of like going, Wall Street Journal didn't report it right. I didn't see it like that. I saw it as Wall Street Journal reported what he said. And even after he reported, he came back with the new note. The Wall Street Journal just added that new note to their article. They didn't augment it. So it was like they were just going, yeah, we stand behind what we said. This is what he said. Right.
He didn't say he didn't say it, right? He said he didn't mean it that
Yeah,
way.
he just said that's not the way I meant it. No, he never said he didn't say it, right? He never said that. And so that, and the Wall Street Journal obviously felt the same way because they didn't rescind nothing. They just took his note that he sent to the employees and they just added it to their article, right? So, yeah, I took it as Uncle Barry was just out there being Uncle Barry, and now he had to come back and say, my bad, right?
I think too, some of that is the issue with things that are in print and in text versus things that are verbal.
Right.
Because you can sometimes tell the way a person intends to say something when you're listening to them speak versus when you're reading the words on paper.
Right.
And something on paper can sound extremely harsh, but when you're listening to their tone or if you're watching them and you can see their demeanor, that makes all the difference in the world.
Right. It also felt to me like they had specific questions for him in the Wall Street Journal, of which you can take those questions, the answers, and align them however you want to align them. Whereas the CNBC article was strictly for the purpose of combating what happened in the Wall Street Journal. You could tell. Like in the CNBC article, they're like, this is coming after he talked to Wall Street Journal. There's things in there where they're clearly trying to make it this is after that. But even in that article, there's a statement in it that says McCarthy talked to CNBC after the Wall Street Journal reported on remarks he made about where the company could stand in 6 months. So even in the CNBC article, CNBC is going, these are remarks he said. They're not saying he didn't say it in the Wall Street Journal article. They're like, yeah, that's what he said, but now we're going to do this. So yeah, I think it's just Uncle Barry.
I mean, I think we all know Uncle Barry needs an executive coach.
Right.
I just, that and some caffeine.
Right.
I just, he just does not have, I feel, the executive presence.
Right.
But I don't think that's what the company needed. They needed someone that was just kind of going to take the hard line on righting the ship.
Yep.
But I think we've also seen how he says one thing and says the other. Not like wishy-washy, but I think he's just probably a very smart, genius person and can't, really get his thoughts together when he's asked these questions. He seems to be a person that probably would be better served if they sent the questions ahead of time rather than kind of off the cuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a similar impression. I get an impression that he kind of values I'm going to be a straight shooter. And there's a line there, how if you shoot too straight, some people are going to take that a different direction. And I think that just caught him a little bit. Right? I think that's all that happened. But yeah, I think the articles are what the articles are. I don't think anything was really inappropriate about either of them. I just thought, it was Uncle Barry. Let me see, who is this? Arbin. Did I pronounce that right?
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
I am fine, and you?
All right, let's move on. So let me move on to the next topic. What we got? Oh, somebody asked this, so I just thought it was a good time to place it at this point in the article, in our discussion, and that is anybody out here talking about the stock is low right now, so we about to go scoop it up because Uncle Barry doing his thing? Is this the time to buy?
I ain't scooping up nothing.
No, I gotta get an extra job at Magic City to get this rower.
You ain't never lied about that rower. Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing. I just think I'm just watching. I'm watching how this whole thing play out right now. I'm just staying in my lane right now. I ain't getting ready to go, buying a whole bunch of more shares. I got enough of them. I ain't doing that till I kind of get more understanding of where we going. But I keep
with who I work for. I had shares before I came back to my old firm.
Yep.
And I had to dispose of it because it's part of a restricted entity, and I took such a loss. I was so hurt.
Right?
I'm still licking my wounds.
Okay.
So I'm not ready to give them any. I mean, eventually, I'm sure this will not be the last time that they'll be down.
Yep.
So I'll get it the next go round.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. That's kind of where
Well,
I'm at.
right now, I was gonna say right now, anytime I mention Peloton, Paul just rolls his eyes and walks away from me. So
I feel you. I feel you, Paul. I feel you. It's painful. It's painful. Although today, the market didn't do all that well, but they were up. I don't know. So I guess they liked what Uncle Barry was saying, So
are they $5 a share now? Can you get like a whole classic hogie from Wawa,
you know
or
what I'm saying? I
are you
can't even
still at
get.
a shorty?
No, I gotta get a 6-inch. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get a whole one. You know what I mean?
I think the 6 inch is a shorty. I don't know.
Oh, it is. Okay.
And yes, it's a hoagie, because I know everybody's gonna come for me in the chat telling me it's not a hoagie, it's a sub
Oh,
or a
here you
hero.
go.
It's a hoagie.
Yeah, it's a sub.
It's a hero.
Man,
Both of y'all
Oh,
just sit down.
oh,
It's a
oh
hero.
snap! Y'all got
I
3
was
different names for it.
I was just gonna say it's
Thank you.
$8.83, so I could get a sub
$8.
sandwich and some chips and a soda
With
with my
that,
sub.
okay, I'm gonna have to sell 1 share so I can go get me a sandwich. I don't know if I'll be able to get a soda with it, but I'll get some sandwich and some chips. But yeah, it's $8.83. So I mean, that's a 4% gain to hit. Like that mean anything, but it's a 4% gain today, while the market was down. So I guess I'm just gonna take that as they liked what Uncle Barry said. Like I don't know what that's all about. But all right, let's see what else we got on the agenda. Camila. So I don't know who took the Bad Bunny ride.
No, her premiere was last night. Her Bad Bunny's tomorrow, which I'm so excited for.
No, but
Call me
didn't she?
Espaniola.
But
I'm
didn't
ready.
she? But didn't she like
You're
announce?
being hot booty. We
But
need a ride first.
She talking about the ride where she announced it.
yeah, didn't she
Oh, my
announce on the
I
ride?
was
bad.
like, you already spicy. You already
I was
She
coming
ready.
for
already
him.
need
My
her mama.
bad.
You ready.
You
We
ready?
talking
Listen
about
through
Just
my
being
ears.
the
You right. You
Cody
right.
ride.
On the Bad Bunny
everybody else
ride, she
hot
said
The
she's
booty.
coming
Not
on the
ride.
trip.
her.
All right, y'all. My bad. I got a little excited. My bad.
I didn't see. I wasn't
Dang.
on
Let
the
him get the
ride.
lead in.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let me stand down.
I wasn't on that ride, so I knew that she announced because I saw the post afterwards. But was anybody else on the ride, and was it all that?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was on the ride. I absolutely loved it. I felt like it was, first of all, the energy that Camila has is unmatched, to
Right.
be honest. Like if you are having a bad day, a good day, a sad day, a funky day, a great day, whatever kind of day you having, like she is, between her and a few other instructors,
Mm-hmm.
they just lift my spirits automatically. The ride was great. The interplay between her and Cody, like they had certain points where they had like little choreography, and it was just so adorable and like cute and funny to watch their interaction. Also knowing that I think she was the last instructor that he trained.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of I don't know, just the mentorship and like sisterhood, brotherhood that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't even have a tread, but I was like, dang, I want to get one because I wanted to, like, she's on a tread now. And I'm like,
You
gosh,
need it.
she was great. So go ahead, Jess. Now we're ready.
Okay. Now we're ready.
No,
But I did
we're
take the
not ready.
ride.
We're not ready for the run yet.
I was gonna say I took the ride. Dang, son, can you let
Okay.
me get it out?
You took the ride
All
though.
right.
You
Now
took it
I'm
though.
being hot booty.
I
Go
took
ahead.
the
Talk
ride
about the
and it
ride.
was lit.
It was lit, right?
Yo, but same thing like Courtney said, like the energy is very organic and dope between them, and they're hilarious. Cody is, whenever I have a bad day, taking Cody, he has me in stitches. Same thing with Camila. Like
Mm-hmm.
and both of them together, total vibe. The choreography, it was so cute. Like I loved it. I ain't know not lick of a lyric. I don't care. It
She
was
And
just.
you
good.
know what was so funny was that whole like patasucias, which are like
Yes, no patas
versus
sucias.
with the kitten heels. I was dying.
Dead.
Like, because Cody hates people, like just hates kitten heels. And Camila has this thing about no patas sucias, meaning like don't walk around barefoot after the club. Like bring you some chocolates, bring you some like just don't be that person to walk
Right.
around
With your
with like
dirty
bare feet,
feet.
with your dirty feet. And so like to see even that, like commonality. It just, I don't know. It just was a light heart. I was laughing like a good point at
Yeah.
the time. And like Jessica, I don't know that many lyrics, but it was just, you don't need to know the lyrics because the energy, you could feel the energy.
And for me, she's the only one I'll take a class in another language for. I don't do other languages. I'm not trying to think
I will take
while
her
I'm working
Spanish
out. I'm not
classes.
trying to read no captions. I'm not doing all of that. I don't give a damn.
Same.
The only
I
language
take
I
her
would
Spanish
take is
classes.
if Alex busts out in Creole because I can understand you. I don't have to think about that, you know?
Right.
But any other German, I don't care who you are.
Nope.
Right.
Robin could be teaching in German. I'm not doing it.
Right,
like,
right.
But I've taken her Spanish classes and
they're bomb.
I feel it. Like, I feel it. I understand.
They're bomb.
I get it. Like, I can like understand the cues. And
yeah.
I mean, also just, it helps me even more appreciate the Latin culture. I'm also from Florida, so I kind of like just also have a love from her because of that. My family lives in Miami, so shout out to the 305. But like, I can take her classes in Spanish and not really understand a whole lot and still get an excellent workout because I understand her energy and I understand her vibe.
I just feel like I'm at home and in Haiti because there's half of my cousins that speak nothing but Spanish. I'm like, So I just ignore it just like that. Just go to life. Like, yeah, sure. Sure.
You can see her energy. I mean, everywhere. If you're checking her on social media and I see clips, I mean, you can tell Camila got energy. And so just kind of imagining this idea of, I wasn't on that. So just imagining the idea of Camila and Cody, it sounds like that would probably been a lit ride. It just sounds like it, right?
Yeah, you got
So I pulled a John Mills. I and I watched it.
Oh,
I did not take it.
Jess don't even get on me for saying that no more.
Camila.
She don't even get on me for saying that no more. I just be right on social media. I just be like, yeah, Jess, I watched it. She don't even jump on me no more.
I watched it. I had my headphones on. I had it playing on my phone. I was walking around cooking breakfast. And it was good. They had a lot of energy. You guys, I'm not a huge Cody fan. I know everyone's gonna come for me. He's just too much for me. So I could have totally done that ride without him and been just as good. Like Camila could have just done it by herself. It would have been just as bomb. Their little choreography was cute.
Yeah.
And some of the interactions between each other were cute, but I find him to be so over the top sometimes.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you're still talking.
So the blasphemy, right? You're gonna have some.
That's sacrilegious.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I even high-fived you on that ride, Danielle. So to know that you were just walking around cooking breakfast, like, this is just sacrilegious. I don't even know what to do.
I worked out afterwards. I did like other stuff, but I did not do that ride. I was totally pulling a John Mills.
You know what I'm saying? I done that.
Getting other stuff. At least I wasn't sitting on a sofa.
I just be sitting on the sofa.
On a sofa and watch this. I was just walking around doing.
Don't try to legitimize your movement. Good night.
Hold on.
She said at least I wasn't like John on the couch.
Right. What?
Come on, it counts for something.
Okay,
Kari,
sure.
Kari, I feel like we need an exorcism or a prayer vigil. He said he's not a huge Jess Sims fan.
Oh no, I see that in the I see that in the chat. Oh man.
All right, that's enough.
I see why Danielle don't like you.
That's enough.
I can't even defend you. It's just me
Kick
here.
him out.
They gonna get me, Kari.
That's enough.
Y'all know he's
what we won't do is that.
Annoy me.
That's my boy, but I can't even save him. Dang.
Lisa can't even save him at this point. Where is Lisa?
No, I'm not kikiing with you. Ain't no laugh out loud. Kick him out.
Kick you out. Holy water, sacrilegious, blasphemy. Where's the Pope?
Let's just skip over this. Let's pretend like he didn't even say it.
I was going to try to save him, but if this was as a visual, I'm just backing out the room. I can't save him.
Can't save him. He don't want to be.
No, don't pray now, Kari. Okay, don't keep praying now, boo.
It is too late to pray.
Like hell.
But I just tell Jess Sims down. I just be telling her,
Lisa's filing divorce papers as we speak. Lisa's like, I am changing my name right now.
There's some things you just don't say out loud.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I done learned that because I said a few things on the podcast and people told me afterwards, John, you ain't need to tell us, you ain't wiping your bike down. They be telling me. But, that's funny right there. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I do be watching Jess Sims Saturday 60 I've done that a few times with some chips and a soda. I've done that.
I can't.
night with chips and a soda.
You know what I mean? I've done that a
I'm
couple times. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my
With chips
god.
and a soda.
You know what I mean?
You didn't have to see. That's the
You know what I
part
mean?
that you ain't have to say.
That was the part right
You
there?
could have just
Stop.
That
said.
was it right
See, you
there?
That
could
was
have
the
Could have
just
part
left it
right
out.
stopped.
there. You could have just said,
See?
"I watched it." No,
You
you
know
want
what I
to
mean? My
add
bad.
it with the chips and the soda.
My bad. You
I
know that?
watched it, period.
Oh, okay. My
That's
bad.
it.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Yeah, you know. And I told her, she used to get on me. Now she doesn't get on me. But that's funny. So
She
anyway,
realizes you're a lost cause.
yeah, that's what it is. She probably just realized, I'm just going to keep telling her. Like, Jess, yeah, I watched your Saturday 60 yesterday. It was the bomb. I just tell her. But all right, oh wait a minute. Did we talk about the tread class? I don't think we got to the Camila tread class. We can get to it, huh?
We didn't. I'm ready.
Okay, we ready. So did anybody take the premiere run?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Sure did.
how was it? What was it like? I need to know.
Incredible. The
Okay,
music was a vibe. She was a vibe. I love the fact that the instructors, she had Allie, um, Jess, Kirsten, and Ash was in class as well.
okay,
And then she had some other people that were special to her in class and some other Peloton employees that were in class. I couldn't remember all of the people that she named,
okay.
just obviously the instructors
Oh, that's nice
and a
right
couple
there.
others.
I think they were
It
part of
was
the
really.
like equality group.
Oh, yes, you're right. She did say that, yes.
Oh, okay.
It was really dope to see her with other people. And I think this is the first time a launch has had so many members on. And I had to remember that it's not I mean, it is a launch because she's coming into a new modality, but
Right.
because she already had a fan base on the platform, she had over 2,100 people on the app and on the tread
Okay.
live. Like, that's
Yeah, that
huge.
is huge.
And that
It
was
was,
basically like midnight for me. I literally only ran for her because I'm like,
yeah,
I hate working out late at night. It's just
same.
not my thing
Yeah.
because I'm usually running from one place to another. I dropped my kids off at prep and ran home to work out with her.
Yeah, I put myself in a meeting. I was like, no, I'm not missing. It was so
I mean,
well worth it.
that is nice. So she brought the energy. She was just, she's who she was. She looked comfortable at it. Like how was it? How was it like?
She looked so good. What's funny is there was one point in the run, she was like, there's two type of runners where there's one, we have our Becks and our Robins that look graceful and are smiling across the finish line when they're
Mm-hmm.
done their race.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's others that look like me, a T-Rex. And I was like, I feel that so hard because I look a hot mess when I cross that finish line. You lucky if I don't curse you out.
You're right.
And my pictures always look terrible. And it just made her so relatable. And she also said how she works out for herself. This is very personal for her. So she's sharing a personal part of her because she runs for her anxiety. And I truly feel that because that's why I run. And that's why I started to run. Part of the reason. But, it felt very relatable and it humanized her and she looks great. You could tell it comes natural for her. Like she's been running for a long time. It didn't look forced.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her. She looks amazing and it's just a natural talent on the tread.
That's what I'm talking
And her
about.
energy was like remarkable. And there were so many instructors on the leaderboard, plus the ones that were in studio. It was so cool to see. Like everybody was just there to support her, and her playlist was fire. I knew she was going to be great, though.
Facts.
See,
Like I knew she was going to be incredible.
this is why I need y'all. See, this is why I need y'all right here. So I done got back and things are getting a little better around here. So I done got back into my workout, but I haven't got back on the tread, right? So now y'all got me going, dang, let me go try to, that don't mean I'm going to do it now. But that got me going,
Wow.
dang.
Okay. See, you could have just, all right. You know what?
You could have just stopped with the first.
I could have just started with the first part.
Just
Oh, my bad.
stop.
My bad.
Just yeah.
Okay, my bad.
It's only 20 minutes, John.
Oh, okay.
It's 20 minutes. You could walk it.
Okay.
Like you need to take it. It's
Okay.
really, just walk it.
See, y'all got me all motivated now. I'm like, see, that's why I need community. Y'all got me going, yeah, I'm going to have to go take this class on this tread.
Last week you posted the group ride and you did it and you held yourself accountable. So make
That's
that.
right.
I didn't do the run yet.
That's right.
So
We joined you
me
last
and
week.
you, let's make it a date.
Okay, see,
Camila's ride.
we're going to do another one.
Run tomorrow.
We're going to do another one. I'm going to put another one out.
No, but now we have to get you on the tread.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all got me all motivated to get on the tread. So now I gotta put out another group run.
She has a Bad Bunny run tomorrow. Take it.
Okay, what time is that?
5 East Pacific,
Oh,
So that's
okay.
8 Eastern.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'll be here. I'll be back. Okay, yeah. I
Good.
think I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do
It's in
that.
the morning though.
Oh, it's in the morning. Oh no, I'm
Yes.
good.
Oh,
8 a.m.
sorry.
in the
5
morning.
a.m. Sorry.
Okay, I'm good. I think I can do
Yeah, you
that.
have to clarify with Jess
Oh
Minardi
my!
because she be up
Wow!
with the sun
Wow! Let me
before.
step down. This is
Jess, I
ridiculous.
love
No,
it. Jess be
no, you
like, Lord,
stay.
Jess is up before Jesus. Like,
You know what I
if
mean?
anybody
You know
is
what I mean?
up in the morning, I know Jess is up.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how she be. I know. She always been like that. That ain't no news. All right. Let me bring Ariel up here. What's going on, Ariel?
Hey everybody, I was just saying Camila's run was really great, and I think what I appreciated the most was that she said quite a bit was like, don't freak out, and I think that's the big thing is I play the mental game on the tread big time.
Me
Is
too.
that I would love she was always saying like 6 to 9, like I'm like, oh my goodness, that's like a sprint, and
Mm-hmm.
so I think it was just awesome. She was just kind of relaxed everybody, and I really enjoyed the run, and I loved. I think what was really cool too was like Jess Sims was high fiving back everybody. I think so. I was like, it's cool when you see. I wish they would do more of that. Bring in the instructors and have them really participate, even on the leaderboard.
Right.
I love it when they support each other, and it solidifies that community. All around. I love that you'll see them on each other's Instagrams. I love the community based, and I think that's what's so successful at Peloton is that we all want to spend time together and how can we support one another? And, whether it's going to these marathon races and cheering everybody on, like, why not support each other in success? So I
Right.
think that was just what was so hyped up was like, it would be different if Camila was in there on her own and doing this premiere run. I love that the energy was brought for her in this premiere run that she felt it too. So
Yeah.
I loved it. I can't wait for more. I'm part of the
Yeah.
T-Rex running club, so I
Same.
love it.
It was really good. And there was another when she would call out like certain speeds. She's like, "Don't freak out, but this is what's going to happen." And she also admitted that she wasn't a fan of hills, but she embraced them because she know it makes her a stronger runner. So
Right.
just more of like the relatableness, because who only demented people like Kirsten and Jess and
Mm-hmm.
Marcel like hills.
Right.
But she's like, I hate them, but we're gonna do them anyway,
Right.
And
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think
I
being
think one
so
of my
short
favorite parts
too.
was when she was like, if your ass is clapping, it's clapping for you.
Yes.
So, it's like whenever, if you're running, she goes, if you're running, things are going to make noise. So what? Like, who cares?
You're
Like,
right.
whatever. So if your ass is clapping, just think of it as it's clapping for you.
Yeah,
It was
that
like the
was
best
so
line of the whole
wonderful.
night.
That's funny. That's
I'm
cool.
really, I think the tread community needed this because I think a lot of people are really intimidated by running and just putting one foot in front of the other. And you hear other people say, like, I still have a hard time saying I am a runner, And
Yeah.
it's like such a big title and she's humanizing it a lot. And it's really nice between her and Kirsten. It's really, really nice to see two people like that from different backgrounds on the tread and just sharing their start to their running journey. And
Yeah.
she's not a start. She just, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her.
That is
And
not
it was cool to
awesome.
run with all the instructors, but they also made me feel like I was crawling as I as I looked at like
Nah,
their
AT.
numbers on the leaderboard. I was like, okay. I mean, I don't think Allie took one single recovery. I think she ran the entire thing. Now, granted, it's Boss October, so I know she has to hit certain mileage for the month, so
Right.
whatever. But I was like, yeah, don't come to the tread and start teaching though.
So hold up. So y'all, like, well, since a while back, like you said about in October, she been running, so you knew she can do that. But you're telling me they were in the class, the instructors, and
Yes.
you guys see them on the screen, and then they're high fiving people on the leaderboard.
Yes. And
Yes.
AT was taking it from home. And baby, it was like he was running for the border because
That's
he
what
was
he do.
flying.
That,
I was like, sir, can you hello? Who's chasing you? I was right behind him for a second. I had him and he was like, not
he
today.
like
I was
nope,
like, oh my
nope. He
God.
like nope.
I
Yeah.
I
gave
got
up.
tired of scrolling trying to find them. I was like, he here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, AT.
Just going
AT
on.
was lit.
That's what he be doing. He be out here going crazy. Yeah. I watched that. What was it? Our future
Here you go
selves.
watching things again.
Yeah,
Here you go.
I be watching them though. I'll be having my little snack. You know what I mean? I'll be having my
He's
snack.
bad. I've taken scenic content with him, and I would see him. He takes a lot of scenic.
Oh, okay.
And I'd see him go up that leaderboard. I'm like, there go AT. Okay.
There you go.
If I was on my bike, I could have called him though. Like for real though. Like
If you
he
was on
was
your
running,
bike.
but if I had jumped on the bike, I'd have caught his ass. Like it'd have been fun.
Yeah, he be wilding on that. He can run. He wasn't lying. Well, that's cool though. Now you guys got me all. See, that's what I need. That's why I need y'all. Y'all got me all hyped up about taking one of these running classes. See, all right. Tomorrow we gonna take 8 a.m. We taking this running class. I'm gonna be in there trying to run. I ain't gonna be chasing nobody though. Don't worry about that. Y'all can scroll, try to find me down there towards the middle bottom somewhere.
Oh, stop.
But that sounds like fun. I'm ready for that. All right, what we got next up in here?
When is Hannah Frankson's premiere run? I think everybody's wondering if Hannah's going to do it.
Oh, is that the rumor now? She about to get on the tread too?
That is the rumor.
Okay.
She took promo pictures in LA.
Okay.
Robin and AT and who else? Somebody else.
John
Hoffman.
John.
Okay.
So I'm like,
I feel like it was like a welcome to the tread.
Right. That's what I said. I'm like, this is the welcome to the tread family for Alex and for Hannah.
Oh.
And now she's in New York. I don't know if she's still there, but she was there. And she was like in the studio and stuff.
Yesterday.
Okay. But she was there for a couple of days. I don't know how long.
Yeah.
But she was there for more than a minute.
Oh, the
and
new.
then someone said they saw her mic'd up.
Okay.
I didn't see her mic'd up, but she was definitely there.
So you guys thinking that photo shoot thing was like, this is going to be like the new photo picture of
like
new instructors.
Robin like welcome my boy AT and John welcome my girl Hannah. I mean Hannah on the tread makes sense. She a runner. She's a track star,
right?
And if you look at the pictures that they posted, it looks like Robin's like welcoming AT.
Oh snap!
And he's not new. She
right.
really knows him.
Right.
But that's the body language I got from the pictures that they posted. Now, whether or not those pictures are still up, I don't know. Because, they like to post stuff and delete it.
Right. Yeah, you know how they do.
I looked at it and I was like, this totally looks like Robin welcoming AT. Like, welcome my brother to the Tread family.
But the fact that we're just able to decipher off of silent body languages, we truly have problems.
Yo, we have so many problems.
we done got the whole interpretation of a body language in a picture. Yeah, I got you.
It is outrageous.
But I bet we right though.
We absolutely right.
I
could put money on it though.
Okay, I bet we right.
And she was hanging out.
The whole $8.63.
All $8.
You know what I mean?
But also she was hanging out with Jess Sims, hanging out with Marcel at the studio. So I know that they interact with each other, but it's just, okay, track stars hanging out with other track stars. You know, it's just like putting two and two together.
Right.
Hannah's a vibe though. Like if you could just
no behavior.
You take her rides, whatever. It's like no matter what modality you'd want to be around Hannah, because you could tell she is a complete vibe.
Right.
So I'm not surprised by them hanging out, or there being.
Well, I was saying like at the studio.
Oh,
and I don't know if she was just like at PSNY, like just hanging out. But
are they ever just though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if you're at Justin's house, that's different. But if you and Marcel are kicking it on the couch, y'all not just taking, like, to your point, like, what's behind that? Like, y'all cooking up something.
You know what I mean? We just gonna head over to work and hang out for a minute. Yeah, nah.
Oh yeah, someone said, "Where's Chris?" Because he's gonna know.
Chris know. Chris know. I don't know where Chris at.
Digging for information.
Chris,
yeah. Well, first of all, in LA, they were in front of a green screen, and I was like, Chris is gonna know what was this green screen.
See, I think
he's gonna know what they were doing.
I would be really. They need to hire him. I would be scared.
Chris be dropping some stuff.
I talked to Chris the other day. He was on vacation.
Oh, okay.
So,
but you remember
this was like
when
the beginning of the week. I mean, so I don't know if he's back.
But the row instructor, remember how he had the face?
Ooh.
And we didn't notice it. Remember that? And he came back, and we were like, "Wow, no one picked up on that." But
I don't know how he picked up on that one. Yeah, that's the type of stuff Chris do. That's why I didn't know he was on vacation. I figured he was out doing some spy FBI intelligence stuff on Peloton. I didn't know where he was.
Well, I think he's in the UK,
Oh,
so
see,
he
you
might come back
see.
with some UK tea.
Okay, yep, he's gonna come and tell us.
See, we gonna find out some craziness next week. That's what it is. All right. Let's see what else we got on here. Oh, I don't know. This one, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Y'all tell me, because I don't travel as much as I used to. So the fact that now there's like Pelotons and Hilton hotels, I don't know that. Okay.
Do people stay at Hilton's?
I don't even know that. See.
I don't
I
stay
don't.
in, but
You see, I don't
I
even know.
mean,
I mean,
I usually
are we
say
excited
whoever the
about that?
Westons are.
I don't know. Are
They
we
already have
excited?
Pelotons.
Okay,
I mean,
wait. So, Real Housewives of Peloton, where do y'all be staying?
Okay.
good night.
I say whoever the Weston falls under. Like, what category is that?
That's Marriott.
Oh,
Okay,
Marriott.
they had
Okay,
Pelotons. They had
got it.
Pelotons.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah,
I just don't know the Real
I
Housewives
stay on
of
all Marriott
Peloton because
properties.
y'all be knowing all the stuff. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I've stayed at some
For
of those.
me, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to, if I travel for work, then we're limited to where we can stay.
Mm-hmm.
So it does help me with making those choices. Like I had a trip last month and I had a choice between 3 hotels and I called and researched and the one I picked had a bike. So I could kind of keep up with my workouts and my streaks while I was away.
Okay.
So I think it's
When I used to travel more, like it was like hit and miss. Like even if I was doing my research and I was like, oh, this Westin has a bike, or once I did my research and it was like this Westin has bikes that they will bring to your room, and so I booked it.
Yeah,
But
certain Westerns are lit.
right. But then when I got there, they couldn't never get
what?
they couldn't never send a bike to my room because somebody had already like I couldn't.
You got to get on the list.
Right.
Certain Westerns will bring it to your aside from having it in their like hotel gym, but they'll bring it to your room if you request it.
Right.
You got to do that a little bit far in advance. It's dope. They have a lot of Marriott is lit, and I think people sleep on like the amenities that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
They'll
Real
also
Housewife.
bring you running gear.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to pay for the premium, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you forget a sports bra or something like that, sneakers,
They'll charge. Trust me, they'll charge you. Don't you worry.
Don't worry about it. They gonna be on
My
that bill.
husband
I'm
is a
just
hotel
saying,
executive
if
with
you don't,
Marriott.
if you've forgotten something and you're in a pinch, I mean, I always travel with multiples of sneakers, so that's never a problem for me. But in the event that someone forgets them,
Right.
that's an option for.
Wait, I'm sorry. What is a titanium member? What is that? Like, wow,
Marriott
what
has
kind of Real
different
Housewife
tiers.
tier is this?
Why are you asking me?
Courtney said, I don't know nothing about
D
this
put
tier.
it in a suite, and I'm like, what kind of Real Housewives of Peloton
Yeah,
tier
titanium
is
is
this? Like
Dino the
titanium.
business.
Last
Courtney
time I heard of
said,
titanium, it was on the periodic table of elements. Like, please let me know.
You
Courtney
get
said that's
upgraded all
another
the time though
level.
with your titanium.
Yeah,
That's funny.
You
titanium
get
is where it's
upgraded.
at. Dino the business.
Okay. What's going
Is that
on, D?
beyond platinum? Like how far in the stratoverse are we going? Is that beyond platinum?
What's going on, D?
Hey, hello everyone. I travel so much, so I am a lifetime member.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're titanium and you're a lifetime member, you never lose your status.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's got a lot of perks to it.
I heard that. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
Yeah,
about.
I
there's not
love
a lot of
Marriott
you guys
properties.
left. I think
Hmm.
that there's not a lot of you guys left. I think they did away with some of the titaniums. I don't think they're giving them out as easily, like the
Oh,
titanium
really?
status. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've had it for probably maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
My mother-in-law just retired from the Marriott brand, and my husband's still a hotel exec in the brand. So
Oh, really? Okay,
she was
gotcha.
part of
Yep.
Starwood, and then when they merged to Marriott, I learned about the whole Marriott culture. It's dope though.
So
Yeah,
so were
and
there
Marriott properties are beautiful.
benefits relative to this that you were getting, D? The bikes or
Um,
no?
Well, as far as Marriott, you get like if you enter into a property, you might get cookies sent to your room, or it's just different little perks they
I
give
got you.
you. When you get to a Marriott property, you can upgrade with
Okay.
no extra fees. So
And
I've
you
had
usually
really good
get
luck with.
access to the concierge level, and there's usually
Exactly,
Gotcha.
snacks
exactly,
and
yeah,
stuff in the evening
I got
and
yeah.
it.
some
And
drinks and stuff.
I just visited one recently at Virginia Beach, and it was the Cavalier, and they had a like a clubhouse across the street, and you
Mm-hmm.
could only go if you were a Marriott member. So it's
Cavalier
really
is
nice.
beautiful.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's gorgeous. Yeah,
It's
it's beautiful.
so beautiful.
It's probably one of the prettiest properties I've ever been to, a Marriott.
Yeah, my kids are too wild to stay there on a regular basis, so
What city is that
I
at?
only
Where were
stay
you
when
at,
it's just
D?
me and Paul.
Virginia
Oh, in
Beach.
Virginia Beach. Okay, got you.
Yeah, it doesn't. When you're on that property, it doesn't even feel like you're in Virginia Beach. It's
Wow.
it's amazing.
Wow, that sounds nice right there. What's going on, Shelly? You there? All right, I don't think she's there. All right, that's all right. I guess I'm gonna have to check
Oh,
out.
here I am.
Oh, you there? Okay. What's
Yeah.
going on, Shelly?
So, so you were talking about Marriott. I used to be, a gold member, and I
Mm-hmm.
was traveling for work with a friend of mine who booked the rooms as a titanium.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they gave me like the late checkout, all of this stuff. And as soon as they found out that I wasn't titanium, they like pulled everything away.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. It was like so rude. It was like, oh, let me take that bottle of water.
Oh man. Oh man. That's crazy.
Really weak. But you do get a 4 o'clock checkout if you're
Yeah,
titanium.
that's what it's saying here. You get later checkout from it. And that's pretty cool. That's good stuff.
But it was pretty funny.
Cool. All right,
I
let's go ahead.
realized that I just realized with this titanium discussion that maybe I didn't know that I was before, but I think I might just be one of those broke ass bitches at Peloton now. Like I just feel real basic. Like maybe I'm just having a reality check now. Like
we
wow.
we got a whole bunch of people in here going, I'm about to go check out the broke ass bitches of Peloton now, listening to this. You right, see? That's funny, right? I love that group. They're hilarious. That's funny. All right, let's see. What else we got on here? But you know what I noticed this past week? I noticed that everybody is talking, all these other rower companies is all doing something, right? I'm thinking that they're reacting to Peloton and this rower that don't nobody have yet. Hydrow gonna go on and raise the price of the Hydrow Wave. Echelon over here giving away a rower now if you just sign up. Like, what in the world? Is it that many people? Is it just a small group of people that row and they fighting over them people, or is rowing that big? Like, I don't know, why are all these people fighting now? What's going on with the rowers?
I don't think rowing is anything like compared to like a treadmill or a bike or something. I think the people who want rowers is much smaller.
Yeah.
But I do think, like I've said all along, that if you have other pieces of equipment, you can steal the Orange Theory people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of Orange Theory people, and they are fanatical, like we are for Peloton, at least the ones I know are. But I think if I had a Hydrow and they raised that price all of a sudden, I'd be like, what the hell? Like,
that's what I thought. Like Hydrow was
what
like,
you doing?
it's like Hydrow with their wave. It's like they were like, oh, if Peloton gonna sell it for that much, then we can raise the price, and people ain't even gonna trip because they price is like ridiculous. So they went.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. I think they're just like capitalizing on the fact that people are out there now searching for rowers,
right,
and they're searching Peloton rower. And so there's all these, web hits for it. And it's like, oh, well, let me have mine pop up. And mine's, $900 cheaper, even if I did just raise the price last week. Like, I think they're just trying to capitalize on this, passion for rowers right now.
that makes sense. And then Echelon went the other way. They were like, well, we're just gonna give ours away for free. It's like they're at the Price is Right and they bid zero. Like, I don't know what in the world. But it's all this rower stuff now. I just didn't know rowing was all that big, but they're battling out here.
Yeah, I don't really think it is. I don't think it's huge. So maybe they're fighting over the small numbers because it's an easy space to win because there's not a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, is it because the community of those, or the the group of those people that would really be, of those that would be looking for a rower is smaller. So there's more to like, I don't know, move around and shuffle for a position. There's more jockeying for position because it's less people. Like, I don't know. I didn't know how to take it, but I guess we'll find out. And I'm assuming that like once this Peloton rower drops, we're gonna really find out because I'm hopeful that it really is kind of like when people have the experience and in their homes and they're like taking these classes in their homes, there's more of there's an aspirational thing that happens with it, and I'm hoping that the technology that they've added to it, gives people something that's new. It's like when they came out with the bike, and people that weren't bikers, all of a sudden they wanted indoor cycling bikes. Like, it makes me wonder, is that going to happen with Peloton? I'm like hoping it does, but we'll see. Anyway, let's see what else we got. I was going to talk about Lulu. I don't know if I want to talk. I guess I will. So, Lulu had the mirror. You guys know they bought the mirror, and they've changed it now, and they're calling it Lululemon Studio. It's no longer Mirror. And from what I understand, now you get all kinds of benefits from being a subscriber to Lululemon Studio. And now you've got like access to different brand classes with it too, is what I think I was reading. It got me thinking while I was watching.
So it's basically class in your home.
Is that what it is? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me as well. So, I don't know how many people I don't know how many people are into the mirror or into Lulu stuff, but I know they've been like slow walking this whole connected fitness thing. They're this big, brand with like a small touch point into connected fitness. I keep watching them move and I keep thinking, are they like just like slow walking people down? Like, are they going to be a player for real in a minute? Y'all going to tell me no because nobody has a mirror, right?
Hey, John.
Hey, Jenny.
I have a mirror, and
okay.
I absolutely love it. And I did check out a few of the new class offerings that they threw out yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's very different than the regular mirror class.
Oh, we lost you, Jenny. Man, I wanted to hear that. We lost you, Jenny.
It was a full body boot camp.
Okay.
And it was very intense, but a lot of the people on the mirror page are really excited about the extra classes.
Yeah.
The regular instructors on the mirror are going to keep teaching the same amount of classes that they've been teaching. Mm-hmm. So there's live and on demand. And it's on average, I think, 12 classes a week per instructor.
Okay.
They were all hyping this up. They were really excited about this. And then there's a 10% discount on Lululemon products, too. And then 20% at the partner studios if you took real classes. Now, I think where it will really make a dent is if someone is involved in the partner classes mm-hmm. live, like they might be interested in getting a mirror. And then they're offering a huge sale right now where you can get the mirror for $795, which is unreal at that price. So it's $700 off. So I think they're, really going to make some progress with this. And everything that they've done in the years since I've had the mirror, it's all upwards. It's all positive.
That's what I feel like. I feel like they're just like slow walking this and like it's moving and
but
people aren't paying attention.
Though.
Yeah.
Well, like Lulu's a great brand. No, I'm saying Lulu's a solid brand. Do you expect anything else? Like, you wouldn't expect less quality out of Peloton, right?
Right.
I wouldn't expect less quality out of Lulu, no matter how slow they're going. So I think they're trekking in a great path. And they teamed up in the comments. They teamed up with Army, and Angela's part of that brand, Angela and Aiken. And they were forces with Peloton, and they have their own, company now. And that right there is huge. Like, if people weren't really a part of the SoulCycle brand, Angela was massive. So was Aiken, but Angela, I truly followed her and had privilege to be in a few of her classes, and she's toured with Oprah. Like, she's huge. So to be on that platform, that's for them. That's a win.
And
Wow.
there's
I'm
Pure
curious how many
Barre.
people are
There's
like. I was gonna say, I'm curious how many people like myself have never heard of these people.
This is
Like, I
how
had
you
no
know
idea who
me
they
and Jessica
were
are boutique
until
fitness hoes. We are boutique
Yeah.
fitness
Angela,
sluts.
Like when
until they were like
Aiken
losing
and
their
Angela
minds.
teamed up, I was like, oh my God, what's happening in the Soul Cycle? Because that was like massive.
Yeah.
And then for them to team up, when we saw Steph and I saw the promo for them to be a part of Lulu, I
Mm-hmm.
think we both were like mouth open, like, what? Like this is
Gagged,
huge.
bitch.
They were
Gagged.
like, what? And I
Gag,
was like,
like
who?
and like I said, Angela was with Oprah. Like if you even if you
Angela
don't know
trained
her,
Beyonce. Beyonce took Angela's classes.
I
See,
was
That
in a
doesn't mean
class
anything
with
to me. Good
Jay-Z
for
and
Beyonce.
Beyonce. In Angela's class, I was in a Jay-Z and Beyonce class. And
wow.
yes, Beyonce was in it. Like, it's a wild story, but she is that woman. Like, she's incredible. So for them to win her over or to partner with them, that's massive. So whoever has the mirror, kudos to y'all. I can't bring no more piece of equipment up in that house. He probably will divorce me. I just worked on the tonal. Now I got to work on this rower.
You see
So
what I mean?
I can't. You know,
See,
so I got to sit down.
I'm looking at it. I ain't got all that detail as you and Nisi, and I'm seeing it from the outside without all the depth. And it just feels like we already, like you said, we know Lulu's a solid brand. We already know that, and we know they
They're
market
doing it
cap.
right.
We know all this stuff, but they
well,
just kind of tiptoed into connected fitness, and I just
Yep,
been
they
yeah,
doing it
watching
right though.
them.
They don't want to get
but
in
they're
over their
doing it.
heads. And when they
It's
bring out
called
stuff, it's solid stuff. So
Right.
I feel them.
discipline. It's called discipline. So I've been a yoga teacher for, I don't know, since like 2015,
Yeah.
2016. And so being a boutique yoga studio, we partnered a lot with Lululemon. So I've been exposed to the brand a lot in like just different meetings and different interactions. They are a very intentional and strategic brand. So
Right.
this makes sense to have a slow, not slow creep, but just intentional steps.
That's
And
what it
they're
feels
disciplined in that.
like. That's exactly what it feels like. So now I'm like, I mean, we gotta watch Lulu because they just kind of like they just creeping up on people, and they're
Nah,
solid on top
they've
of that.
always been smart. They've
Yeah.
always been really smart about that, which is why their like ambassador model
Mm-hmm.
also was really it's smart because what they do is that they partner with local like athletes based on like the boutique studios in the region,
Mm-hmm.
but then they have like their global ambassadors, right? So Chelsea's a global ambassador for Lulu. So if you notice when she first started, almost all her gear, if it wasn't Peloton gear, was Lululemon gear.
Mm-hmm.
And the way, like my friend is an ambassador, right? And so what they do for local stores is that they'll put the local fitness professional in the advertising for the store.
Okay.
So like you walk into your local Upper East Side Lululemon and then you'll see like the Soul Cycle instructor for East 63rd Street in the ad.
Yep. It's
Okay.
really dope
Okay.
what they
I
do with their
like that.
ambassadors. And like you can have classes within Live and Lululemon. So them being in the fitness space and actually having classes is not foreign. If you're a true like Lululemon brand lover, you
Mm-hmm.
know what the company's about. This
Yeah,
is all so smart for them.
this is very smart. And then to before they launched the mirror years ago, I got my training through like a yoga boutique kind of brand. We would teach classes in studio. Like they would clear out the floor of the clothes and the racks,
Mm-hmm.
and we would go in and they would offer free yoga for just the community. And so it made sense to me when they acquired the mirror and then moving in this direction into more of a digital space,
Yeah.
because they've been doing that approach, kind of stepwise approach for years.
I think we gotta watch Lulu. I think we gotta pay attention to Lulu in the connected fitness
Wait, I
space.
want to go back to, I think Charlotte said it, that what if Lulu bought Peloton?
You know,
That's rude.
I don't know. I don't even know how to
That
respond
is
to that
rude as
right there.
hell.
He trying to start fights. I don't even know how to
That's
start with that.
rude.
No, Charlotte is very sweet. So Charlotte's probably not starting fights. That's probably all on me. Um,
Oh
That's
I'm
probably
not.
all on
I'm not
me.
trying to start any fights.
Nah, I know you're not Charlotte. Charlotte nice. But can you imagine? I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think
I don't
Barry
know.
would like turn over before he let that
You
happen.
know, but that would be petty, not petty, but kind of like it reminds me of when I think Eminem dissed Michael Jackson or something or another artist, and then they ended up buying like all their masters. So then every time their song got played, the other person that they hated on got paid.
Yeah.
Just thinking of the lawsuit, like what if that actually really happened? Like, okay,
Oh, that's
well, we're
awesome.
gonna sue y'all over bra straps, and we're gonna buy the company.
You know what I mean? This is how we doing this. But to that point, I was trying to figure out, why the whole lawsuit thing went down like that. Because if you understand how it went down, it was like Lulu contacts Peloton and says, "Yo, by the way, you making those items, and that's our stuff. So you should probably stop." They didn't sue them. They just went to them, kind like, you probably should just stop making those because that's like our stuff. And then Peloton, the one that went to the courts and was like, you know what, we're gonna preemptively file this. So the courts, can y'all tell Lulu that what we doing is right? Peloton's the one who went to the courts. So it's like they started
Another dumb move.
Right, they started the beef. You know what I mean?
To quote my favorite
Yeah.
unicorn, they were hot booty.
You know what I'm
Very,
saying?
very hot booty.
You know what I'm saying?
Very, very hot booty.
So then when the
They
judge...
thought they had money in the streets like this. That must be when they had that $1 billion valuation. So we got the money, we just gonna sue the shit out of them.
But you know what I'm saying? But then when the judge comes back and like, you know what? Nah, we ain't doing that. We dropping your case, Peloton. I thought Lulu could have been, real kind of salty with it, and they could have been like, "So we suing you now." They could have literally came back and sued them.
That's not their brand.
But they didn't do it.
Their brand is harmony, unity, intentionality. Like that's just not their brand.
Yeah.
Also,
Are you in downward dog as you saying this? Why do you sound so
Canadians don't do that shit. They're Canadian.
Because I teach yoga part time, so that's just like I get their brand. Like it is just we're just sitting here in meditation, Peloton. Why are you doing a lawsuit? Like, calm down. Like,
I thought about
Shavasana for a little bit.
I thought of it like this. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all done made us waste all this money on this litigation over this stuff when we just asked you got to stop in the beginning. And now when it's all said and done, we just gonna allow you to just go, okay, we'll stop now. Like they wasn't petty at all. Like they could have got real petty. They just went, okay, yeah, you're gonna stop now? Okay, that's good. Thank you. I thought Lulu was the kindest company ever for that.
They are. But John, it's about
they don't like
bra
fat
straps.
So like if you bigger than me, they don't give a shit about you, which is why they had a whole problem and had to oust their male CEO. It was like Abercrombie for yoga. It was like, we only want hot bitches in this. If you're
are you
was
serious?
it your Align leggings pill, that's your fault.
Yeah, it was huge. They were not body inclusive.
That's why I refused to
it
buy
was
it
out.
because it was like if
that's
were
true.
complaining because the material was like pilling up from their thighs rubbing together or whatever. And sometimes it could just be like stuff just happens. I have sweatshirts that pill up in the center for no good gosh darn reason. But they were like, if your thighs are rubbing together, then you're not for us.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
We don't want you in our products, and that's why the material.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
So I have refused to purchase any clothing from them whatsoever.
Okay.
And I know that they got rid of that CEO who said that. But
I was going to say, that was former CEO. That ain't them no more.
Okay, I hope not. Because, y'all going to have me.
Janetta don't like them.
I'm good.
It's like a long... That's the thing. It's like, just because it was an old CEO doesn't mean that the consumers forget. Like, it hasn't been long enough for people to say, oh, it's a whole new era. Like, this isn't Abercrombie, right?
Okay.
Abercrombie needed, literally 20 years and, 2 generations removed and a complete rebrand for them to regain customer support.
They still ain't for me. I still can't deal with them.
Wasn't aggressive and didn't sue because they're like, nah, we still trying to stay chill.
That makes sense.
Fat shaming.
Now that makes sense.
Okay, listen. My concern is this was all over bra straps. What I really need someone to sue about is those removable cups that come in the bras that I cannot use.
Girl, that's the whole fitness industry. Good luck.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, some of us have nipples, girl. So I get why they're in there.
No, but there are some brands that make the cups not removable that are just a part of the bra. Like, can we get on that crusade and not Peloton be wasting time about the positioning of the bra straps in the
Okay.
bras? I just feel like there's a bigger issue with women's sports bras.
That they could have
Even
been
nips
dealing
be
with.
Girl,
covered.
take the pads out
Yeah,
and work out. Take the
I
pads out
do,
and move
but then
along.
when you run, you have like, if you got runners in here, like you do need something because of the friction. You can have bleeding nipples. I just want someone to address that and us not be fighting over the positioning of straps. That's all
Okay.
I have to say.
See, we done took this whole conversation to how come they didn't get petty on Peloton, and now we over here talking about bleeding nipples. Now, see, I don't know how we done took that span. You know what I mean?
Body Glide, y'all. Body Glide or Mega Babe for the anti-chafe bars so that you don't have to worry about no bleeding nipples.
Okay.
You're welcome.
And also, the pads don't stop the bleeding nipples because it's the material on the material. The pads don't stop the material from rubbing. The pads are inside the material. So that has nothing to do with bleeding nipples. What you could do if you're chafing is, other than the stuff that Steph mentioned, is diaper cream works really well. Butt paste is a really good one, and that helps with chafing. I've used it. I've run 6 or 7 half marathons, and it works great.
Is this what we talking about
Also,
right now?
You see what I mean?
never have
You
bleeding
see what I'm
nipples.
saying?
Chicago's coming up for those who worry about
Yeah,
Never
that.
have bleeding nipples.
this is what
But
we're
I'm just
talking
saying,
about.
she wanted to
You
bring
see
up
what I'm saying?
chafing. She wanted to bring up chafing, so I'm just
I
correcting
just,
her.
I
The
just
pads
feel
don't
This
stop
is
like,
a
it.
big ass tangent.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
just feel like there's more
Can
to
we
what could be
It's still
done to
fitness related
improve.
though. Mm.
I
you
just felt
right.
like
All right. All
there's
right. Cool. We
more.
got it. The
There's more than
butt
straps
paste.
It's more
that
than
we could
straps
have
they could be
been
talking about.
discussing that we could be talking about. That's
What?
all I'm saying. Like,
What? You
it's more
know?
than bra
They
straps
ain't want
over
the
the
smoke
lawsuit.
though. That's the thing. They really don't want the smoke because they know that their brand valuation and goodwill with the public is still tenuous because again,
See,
like
cause
um like Paula said in the chat, remember like that OCO was wild, right? He was like, "Oh, we called it Lululemon because we knew Japanese people don't have the L and they'll say Lululemon." Like it was bad,
Yeah,
bro.
he
It was
was.
ooh,
bad.
are you
Oh,
It was
serious?
bad.
Now I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
y'all
no,
like
he
this.
was
I'm gonna
a
tell y'all like this.
menace. Like you think Barry's bad? Nah, he's
nah. Barry's just annoying and out here tanking Scott because he don't know how to talk to people. But this
See,
man was like actively like KKK adjacent with the way that he talked to the press.
I
Like
ain't
it
gonna
was
lie.
out of control.
I ain't never got past the whole Abercrombie and Fitch thing. I ain't never got past that. Like I
I
walked
never
past them
will.
at the mall, and I turned the other way. I refused to even looked in that direction. So
It
y'all,
doesn't matter 'cause we're not the target consumers,
yeah,
John.
you ain't
Like
never lied. You
Gen
ain't never lied.
Z is that's the thing. Gen Z and TikTok has done a full like rehabilitation of Abercrombie because they now are size inclusive. They don't do like all of their stuff looks like basically like Aritzia but cheaper, right? Like so there's a whole bunch of but if you're talking about like corporate
Right.
rebrands and then looking to the new generation. But the thing is with Peloton, right? Peloton has not existed as a company long enough for them to
Mm-hmm.
look for the younger generation for like essentially like a rebirth,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm
Right.
sorry, it doesn't matter how TikTok famous you are. $3,000 for this rower ain't cutting it. Like
Nope.
I finally am making decent money that I can buy whatever I want for, within reason. I'm not getting that motherfucking rower.
You ain't
I'm
lied.
gonna go borrow other people's
You
rowers.
don't want to
Okay.
finance for 14%? That don't seem
Oh,
appealing to you.
what? What? Oh,
Jessica, I
hell
hate
no.
you.
That don't seem appealing to you.
Mm-mm.
That's a shocker.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
My favorite part when she goes, every time we quote the price, Jessica goes, what, in USD?
Like American dollars? What the fuck? Y'all got me messed up.
They were
And
wilding.
she says all this, but Jess is getting the rower.
She
I
is
know,
gonna
she's
get it.
talking mad
She
shit.
gonna get it for real.
Like she ain't
Ain't
going
nobody
to.
Getting
asked
the
She gonna get
y'all.
it for
rower.
Ain't
real.
nobody asked
You know
y'all.
what I mean? She gonna get it for real. You know.
Can I interject something about the rower?
Go ahead.
Uh, so, yeah, me and my daughter big Orange Theory people
Okay. Yeah.
back, pre-pandemic and all that. So we're like, oh, it'd be exciting. We could do, and you can get their templates off of Reddit. So I was like, oh, we'll get the rower or, do classes or what have you. So we both tried it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay.
She thought the form assist feature was a distraction. So
Really?
because
Really?
yeah, she was like, I'm focused so much. I did not hear. She took Matt's 5-minute class. She's like, I didn't hear a word Matt said. I said, well, you were following his metrics. I saw on the screen. You were with, his call out. She said, I didn't hear a word he said. That was a distraction.
She was distracted by what it was telling her to do from a form assist perspective?
Looking at the form assist,
Wow.
like the video feature, the body, like to make sure her form is perfect.
Yeah.
Mine was lighting up red, my knees, my back. But
see, that's what I want to find out. Yeah.
So there's no option to turn it off?
You know what? There may be, but she also prefers the water sound.
Oh,
the rowers,
okay.
the water rowers. Yeah.
Listen, if I'm paying
water rowing, it's probably soothing to her too.
Listen,
water rowing is it's lit. I like Orange Theory Fitness too, and I actually been thinking about going back to in studio but whatever. But yeah, I can see there's a big difference between water rowing and
Listen, if I'm paying $8 billion for a rower, I need to be able to hit a button and start hearing some water. I ain't gonna lie.
You're right.
You understand? I need to be able to hit a button.
You better swoosh when I say swoosh.
And I need to be able to make it sound like whatever water I want. Some drips, or some waves. You know what I mean?
You're going to have to add that to your soundboard.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
John, you're going to have to add some waves to your soundboard and just keep hitting buttons.
That's what I'm about to do because I'm paying all that money and I can't hear no damn water.
Then get a city row.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we'll just get a cheaper rower.
Yeah, city row is what, $1,400?
Is beautiful. Like that joint is gorgeous looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so that's an option.
See,
so I just thought
y'all in the comments are out of pocket. You should turn the faucet on. Get a fish tank. Better not sound like a toilet. Y'all are out of control.
Listen, if I want it to sound like a fish jumped over my head, if I'm paying all that money, I better be able to do that. I ain't with it no more. Till they get them fish jumping out the water, I ain't buying one of them rowers. I'm out.
You better have Erica and Jasmine tossing the fish back and forth to your head while you're working out, because that's the closest you get into a damn fish. Have one on each side of you, just throwing one back and forth.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That's what's funny because both of y'all, I know Jessica Minardi and Danielle gonna have this rower. You know what I mean? I already know this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
Listen, I'm not making any commitments.
I love how y'all don't want to be caught.
You know what I'm saying?
See, this is why, because they're afraid their husbands are going to listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to get caught.
That's all it is.
I just got another piece of equipment. I can't.
How am I getting caught?
Out here campaigning with the public, girl. You know we're going to have to ask Paul. You out here trying to have a public campaign, and then Mr. Fit Cookie here's like, oh, well, all the damn followers of the podcast want her to get a rower. Paul, why are you blocking her blessings?
You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to work out. Wait a minute. Did they say they starting the deliveries in December? When? November? I don't remember when they said. December, I think.
I think December.
Okay, December.
I think they said I think it was going to be early December. I think that's what it said.
By January 1st, Danielle got a rower. I'm telling y'all, that's my prediction. By January 1st, she going to be in a class. I'm going to take a screenshot.
Here you go with your predictions again.
That's my newest prediction.
You know you don't have a good track record.
I know, you're right. I need to calm myself down with these predictions.
But did y'all see the update from Chris on Pillow Buddy that I guess after pre-sales they're looking like they're going to do financing and stuff?
Yeah, I saw that.
People who already ordered, they asked them would they have ordered
14%
financing or whatever the heck it was.
Is that where the 14% came from?
It's not. It's 0% for the first 12 months, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was
0 down
for the first 12 months.
0 down too, Kari?
So yeah.
Kari said 0 down.
That sounds about right. So
did I just see 22% in the comments?
That's what Lisa put.
I know you lying.
On credit though, but I think that's based on credit though. And some people also said you could do a firm right now, like right out. You could use a firm almost as if like a credit card if you want to. But the percentage was crazy.
Oh, hell no.
Like somebody said their percentage was like 28% or something ridiculous.
Hold up.
What kind of shit is that?
Listen, I'm just saying what people were posting. But I think that for Peloton though, I'm pretty sure it said that if they do offer financing after pre-sales, it'll be 0% for the first 12 months.
Okay.
and then 14.9 or something if you go past 12 months
Peloton,
to
if
pay
y'all
it off.
broke, just say that because this is ridiculous.
I mean, didn't they already say it though? Haven't they already said it?
Goodness gracious.
Every day.
They hitting us up like it's a payday loan or something. God damn. Okay. What's going on? Was Lavalis still there? What's going on, Lavalis?
Hey guys, I missed you guys.
That's what I'm saying. Where you been at?
Man, it took me a while to get back on schedule.
I heard.
I'm sorry for your loss, John.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that.
But yeah, it took me a while to get back. We're used to, oh my goodness, they're having a podcast again. And I wasn't even going to say nothing. I was just going to stay silent.
Okay.
But John, you and your predictions, I had to raise my hand, bro.
Yeah, I got a new prediction. That's my new prediction. I got to keep messing with Danielle on this rower.
It's never right.
No, I'll be close every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'll be close. That just every once in a while.
Oh my God. But look, guys, like I have been saying, when I can afford that rower, I'm going to get it. I don't care how much it costs because my feet, my knees, all these things are screaming at me.
Mm-hmm,
okay, I love my tread and I love my bike, but I would love to be able to get on the rower and get that full body in and without the pain. Okay?
That's where I'm at. I'm with you on that.
So today I went and got tested. I can't wait my results come back to make sure I don't have RA because I told my doctor, why am I hurting when I shouldn't be hurting? I could be laying in my bed minding my own business and stuff just started hurting. So, I'm going to get that rower. My husband said by spring we should be able to have it because we got a couple other commitments we got to take care of before we take on something else.
Okay,
I'm
I got you.
It,
okay, so that's like
finance it.
Okay, that's like March, April, something like that. March, April, May.
Yes.
Yeah, so Danielle gonna have hers like 3-4 months before that. You know what I'm saying? Danielle gonna have hers right around January. Like I'm gonna go January. I'm gonna stick with January 1st. I'm gonna stick with that. That's my prediction.
I'm pretty sure the price is gonna drop, guys. Just like they said initially, no financing. The price is gonna drop. They are. It's gonna be back and forth, back and forth. They're gonna do what they got to do to sell them things.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to see these in people's houses and seeing the classes and seeing what they're, how it's going. And I also am anxious to see, how people. It sounds like Charlotte and her daughter, had some questions about how that form assist was working. I'm anxious to see how the community feels about that, and more broadly. So I'm looking forward to it. So we see how that plays out. Anyway, we at 8:30, so I'm gonna close it down. But you know what? I appreciate what you guys helped me with. You guys helped me with this Lululemon thing because I did not get it. I literally did not get it. I was like, most people would have got real petty with this, and they didn't get petty. I didn't get it, but now I know. It's like they know they can't be starting no noise right about now because of all that other stuff.
No,
you know what I mean? That's what it was. Now it makes sense. Now I get it. Before, I thought they just must be the nicest company on the planet. Because I felt like I'd have been hateful after all that. But they just let it slide. All right. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'll send out the note on that. Well, actually, it's tomorrow morning at 8. So I guess I don't need to. It's tomorrow morning at 8, right? The run? Tomorrow?
Yep, 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Eastern. So
I need you on the leaderboard.
Okay. It can't just stay 0? Okay. It ain't gonna stay 0.
No, move.
She wants to see numbers. 8 o'clock. I gotta get my kid ready for school, so I will not be. I'll jump on the app.
Okay, I'm gonna be on it. My numbers gonna move. I mean, they move a little bit, but they're gonna move. It ain't gonna be 0. So I'm gonna be on there. I ain't gonna be no chips.
Good.
I'm actually on there.
Good.
If y'all want to join us,
8 a.m. for Camila, Bad Bunny. I thought that was not a great time slot. I was like, that's too early.
Did you call her?
What did you just say her name was?
Uh-oh.
It's Camila.
Excuse me. My bad. I have a friend named Camila, so sometimes I just say,
girl, Camellia is a flower.
Jesus.
Leave me alone.
Good night.
That's
Leave me
funny.
alone.
All right, y'all.
I need you to learn these instructors' names, girl.
That's
I
funny.
ain't staying, y'all.
Don't worry about it. You was close enough. You was close enough. Don't worry about it.
Like, I don't care. Y'all know what I mean.
All right, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go, but I appreciate y'all coming through. Hopefully, I'll see y'all on that run tomorrow morning at 8. If I don't see you there, then I'll definitely see you during the week, or I'll catch you here next week, all right? All right, then,
Everybody
y'all.
have a good night.
Have a great night.
Night, fam.
Appreciate y'all.
Night.
Bye.